Now, first things first. Obviously, this is a new chair. Last Friday, as I am recording this, it was Black Friday. I was getting ready to shoot the video portions of the Executive Assistant Assassins review. I sit down in the chair, and it basically all just collapsed onto one side. Not the one side you've seen in the pictures. I actually had to flip the chair over in order to survey the damage. Like one of the runners that the chair was standing on was just completely gave way. Anyway, my mother and I went out on Black Friday to look for furniture, and we eventually settled on this chair, which was a power recliner. We basically picked the chair up from the furniture dealer. It came in two parts, the headrest part and the seat part. We connected that, we got all the electrical stuff going in, we plugged the chair in. I immediately tried to test the reclining part, and the footrest comes like a quarter of the way out and then just stops. It just stopped. It wouldn't go back, it wouldn't go forward, it just stopped. We checked everything again, checked the connections, everything looked fine. We tried again, nothing. And eventually we called the furniture store, and they couldn't come out until Wednesday to inspect it. So 5 days later on Wednesday, the guy comes in to look at it, and it turns out that the power strip we had plugged the chair into had been switched off. Yep. It took 5 days to realize we had turned something off. Yeah, that kind of week. So basically in the middle of all this, like we had spent basically about 2 hours assembling this chair, another half an hour trying to figure out what the hell was going on with it. I just kind of had my feel of dealing with this chair at that moment, and that's why the last episode of the Random Trade Review was shot out in the computer room and not in this room. Anyway, on to the next part of business. Okay, so now I want to go over what the plans are for December of 2017 and what is probably going to happen in early 2018. That'll be in the next part after that. So anyway, the rest of 2017 kind of goes as follows. The next video up after this one is in all likelihood going to be the Random Trade Review on the first volume of Thor by J. Michael Straczynski and Olivier Coipel. After that, we will be reviewing The Last Jedi. After that, it'll be a review of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. After that, it is going to be WWE Clash of Champions. And after that, it is going to be another episode of the Random Trade Review. And that should, barring anything else, take care of 2017. That should be that last Random Trade Review, which will be coming out basically just before Christmas, is probably going to be the last video, barring, like I said, any other major changes. Now again, I do have to point this out, this is really tentative because I do live in North Dakota, and especially with the movie reviews, the weather can sometimes wreak havoc with everything. For example, Thanksgiving, which was a couple weeks ago now, or just last week, we had temperatures in the 70s. I'm not even joking. Wednesday and Thursday before that, it was 70s. We could have a blizzard. I mean, last year, North Dakota famous got hit with a big snowstorm. It was right on Christmas, and because it was right on Christmas, the snowplows couldn't get out until like 9 o'clock at night because everyone was at home for the holiday. And basically that resulted in a lot of people getting snowed in for like 3 days. So yeah, do bear in mind that something could change in that, but hopefully I just gave the itinerary for December of 2017. Okay, now going into 2018, there's going to be some changes around here. First and foremost, there will be new intros for all three shows, and they are much shorter. I know that has been a sticking point with some people that, yeah, my intros tend to be a little long. The new ones are about, give or take, 30 seconds each. The outros are more like 40 to 45 seconds, give or take. I had to work the Patreon plug into them somehow. But again, hopefully this will mean tighter videos in the future. And yes, I have to go off the script for these next bits here. Now, I'm going to move on now to my wrestling recap and review shows. Now, WWE has released their pay-per-view schedule for next year, and there have been some changes. Money in the Bank is now a co-branded Raw and SmackDown show. It was SmackDown exclusive last year. No Mercy and Great Balls of Fire have been dropped. And now there are basically 6 months with just one pay-per-view. That includes the Big Four, where there was obviously an NXT show to go with the Big Four. Or now, I don't know about Money in the Bank, but Royal Rumble, obviously, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series have NXT shows to tie into them. So there will still probably be 2 wrestling reviews that month, but it's not going to be the every week that it was when Raw and SmackDown were running 2 shows a month, basically. And this does come with a mixed bag. Now, first and foremost, this is subject to change, but like I said, this does kind of lead into being a mixed bag. Well, it was kind of grueling to constantly have to cover these shows and get them out in a timely manner. It did help in providing at least weekly content for a YouTube channel, and well, you know, the more videos you put out, the more you hit that magical YouTube algorithm that helps the channel grow and succeed. So to supplement this, I'm probably going to have to up the amount of movie reviews. Now, I've been doing a lot of movie reviews this year anyway, and as most of you know, I've recently gotten a MoviePass membership. That being said, there are kind of some hidden catches with MoviePass. I know they had their little price drop thing recently. I don't know if I didn't quite sign up for it in time, but like I said, there's some little catches now. Basically, what I'm talking about, there are limits. Mainly, you can't just use it all you want. You can't use it too many times. If you use it too many times, your card will basically be denied. Now, most reports I've heard from this come from people who are going to 3 or 4 movies a week, while I would probably be doing more like 1 movie a week, really no more than that. But again, it might help to have some backup money just in case, let's say, a rainy day. Which means, yes, I still am going to kind of need some Patreon help. And yeah, I know I'm e-begging here, but again, Patreon can really help with this because maybe some of you are aware of this, maybe not. I'm not allowed to monetize videos on my channel. It's not because of the apocalypse or the subject matter. It's a whole shebang. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. But anyway, like I said, the Patreon donations would help. Again, even getting Patreon donations could help expand the wrestling coverage, so I could cover things like Ring of Honor, or New Japan, or Impact, or anything else. So, yeah, that would help. That being said, I do have some other ideas. Like I said, I have some backup plans. Because I haven't exactly watched any of the Marvel Netflix shows outside of the first 2 seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones. That means I have not watched Luke Cage, I haven't watched Iron Fist, I haven't watched Defenders, and I have not watched Punisher. Also, I don't have Hulu, so no, I will not be doing Runaways. At least not yet. Now, I know some of those shows have been kind of not so warmly received, but I would like to at least, you know, watch them and be able to form my own opinion. So basically what I might wind up doing is I might wind up watching 2 episodes of Luke Cage, 2 episodes of Iron Fist, and then when those are done, 2 episodes of Defenders, 2 episodes of Punisher until I'm through those. And that should help at least get some like I said, some weekly videos up to get that through. I also have a couple of other ideas, but I don't know how frequently those could be released, so I don't really want to go into announcing those just yet. I want to have them a little more planned out and set in stone. Anyway, that's basically all for now. See you next time for the Random Trade Review.